What in? Logic's back with another one. Today we're going to watch a video of the Hodge twins. Apparently they're going to cover this exchange that Sunny Hostin from The View had with Stephen A while he was a guest on their show. I did see this clip and the exchange was pretty one-sided if you ask me. Of course, y'all know Stephen A, he's never going to back down. Hardly will ever admit he's wrong in the moment. He'll try to backtrack later on. But yeah, he was pretty much proven wrong in his take that he had with Pete Hegseth, and showed that he was shown that he was contradicting himself, and Stephen A didn't want to back down when he was clearly 100% in the wrong. What's interesting about this is I'm very curious about the Hodge twins probably trying to twist themselves into pretzels to justify Stephen's position. If you didn't see it, I don't want to give away how this exchange went between Sunny and Hostin fully. Sunny Hostin and Stephen A fully. Hopefully they'll play that and you get to hear it. The title basically says Stephen A. Smith humiliates The View over their Democrat talking points. This sounds like such a clickbait title. I'm just really curious to see how they can flip this one. But before we get into it, man, make sure you leave a like, comment, sub. If not one, then all three, since I'm a small creator. I'm gonna also make sure you hit that hype button, swipe left in the comment section, and it should be right there. If you want to talk beyond the comment section, make sure you join my Discord, which is also in the description. And if you're into gaming content, make sure you follow my Logic's Lens gaming channel. Now, let's get to the video.
So Stephen A goes on The View and he gives them a reality check that they need.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A reality
my
check
friend.
they need.
And some things that you recently said. You know I like you, right? Okay, so you recently accused Senator Mark Kelly, a veteran, an astronaut, of crossing the line for participating in a video reminding troops that they can refuse to follow illegal orders.
Okay.
Let's
His demeanor is already like on edge.
see some of what you said, my friend.
Sure.
You know better, Senator Kelly. You know better. How dare you do that? You could go to the House. You can draw up paperwork. You can try to start articles of impeachment if you think there's something illegal. I mean, damn, it ain't like y'all haven't done it before. You impeached the man twice. Where'd that get you? Got his behind back in the White House.
Yeah, it's
Had
true.
you left them alone since
The
2020.
way he capes for them is just actually kind of sick. It's just weird. Like, you don't have to be a Democrat to understand it. A lot of this shit that's going on with this administration is nonsense.
Maybe he wouldn't be back. You don't tell military men and women to ignore an order.
That's not what was said. That's what's part of what makes this ridiculous. And look how energized he is and how sure of himself he is to ignore an order. They did not say ignore an order. They said you don't have to follow illegal orders, which is already something they already understood and already should be following.
From the commander-in-chief. You don't do that.
That's not what they said.
Caffeine's a bitch, you know?
Now,
She
let
said
me just
caffeine's a bitch.
remind you that Pete Hegseth said in 2016, I do think there have to be consequences for abject war crimes. If you're doing something that is just completely unlawful and ruthless.
Actually, why are they talking about law crimes when Obama killed an American citizen?
Oh, we just went over this on my last video. God, they always not only is it ridiculous when they keep bringing this up, they're pretending like people didn't have an issue with it when it happened. Like, it wasn't like Obama did it and everybody's like, oh, well, it is what it is, tough titty. Like, no, there was a lot of discussion of what was legal and what was not. Was it right? Was it wrong when Obama did that? It wasn't just like, oh, well, whatever. But again, he sought out legal counsel before he even got that strike. We were already congressionally declared in a war with Al-Qaeda. This man was a target and a leader in Al-Qaeda. And yes, he just so happened to be a U.S. citizen, which makes it hairy. But there was way more nuance in that bombing and that strike than what Pete Hegseth is doing right now. It's way more nuanced, and I'm not even saying that you have to agree with what Obama did, but this is just flat out illegal, period.
Yeah.
Over in the Middle East.
Yeah,
And he was doing all those drone strikes.
Right. It's crazy that they even
Again, they keep pretending like people didn't have a problem with this back when it happened.
was suggested as a war crime, blowing up narco terrorists.
Yeah,
And then who did narco-terrorist stuff? It wasn't proven that these are narco-terrorists.
Funneling drugs, fentanyl, things that's actually.
And I just love how all of a sudden, just because you're peddling drugs, you die on the spot. Like, I don't know when that standard ever came into play.
unalive Americans. They actually crime.
It's like they will do any and everything to justify what Trump is doing. It's just so fucking sick. If Biden was doing anything of the sort, they would be pissed.
These people.
Yeah, they dead silent when Obama was doing it.
No, they weren't.
I mean, presidents been doing this since hell the beginning of time here in the United States, but they have a problem with it because they have a problem with Trump when he does it. They don't really have a problem with him. They're just pushing this narrative.
Yeah,
that's all they're doing.
They're exploiting it for political gain.
Yeah.
It's a political maneuver. Look at all these people that live in our country.
Yeah.
Unalive American citizens. They didn't care about the American citizens.
All these people, that shit is not happening by undocumented immigrants by any significant stretch. Like, it's not. It is extremely insignificant, the amount of undocumented immigrants coming to America and killing Americans. That's just not a regular occurrence whatsoever.
Still care about the illegal immigrant.
70,000 people die each year just from fentanyl alone.
And it's not coming from Venezuela. I could confidently say that if not 0%, pretty much 0% of fentanyl comes from Venezuela. So, next.
Yeah, blow them up, they start crying. That's weird.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, because if somebody blew us up because they felt like it, y'all would be pissed. If anybody blew up Americans because y'all was mad when they did it for 9/11. Like, these people are so crazy that I feel like if something like 9/11 happened again, they would probably blame Democrats just for the fuck of it. Like, it's just ridiculous how much they just are being irrational with their thought process just to defend Trump and his administration. Why are y'all okay with randomly killing people with no proof of what they're doing? And even if what they're being accused of doing is true, you cannot just kill them on the spot. You're not doing anything to stop what's happening if this is a drug trafficking ring or whatever.
Then there is a consequence for that. That's why the military said it won't.
And I wonder if he's even going to address this contradiction of Pete Hegseth saying that the military shouldn't follow illegal orders, and then he turned around and did something illegal.
Follow unlawful orders from their commander-in-chief. Okay. Now, given the fact that the secretary himself said that.
Oh my God. This isn't a topic for no reason. The same way people was upset about Obama, that shit is actually still up in the air of how lawful it was.
I'd love to give you the opportunity to perhaps change your position on what you said.
I'm not changing a thing.
Okay.
I didn't stutter when I said it.
You want to stay loud and wrong?
You can call it loud and wrong all you want to. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine.
Okay.
Here's the reality of the situation. First of all, I don't give a damn what Pete Hegseth has to say because I will tell you right now, he was never qualified for the job. When you talk about DEI.
But you did all that yelling and cape for them, though.
And eradicating that, excuse me, what was he doing hosting Fox News on the weekend and all of a sudden he's the defense secretary?
Right.
Please,
Pete Hegseth didn't get the job because he's a Fox News host.
Yeah, he's a decorated veteran of the
Decorated? Oh, stop. He is not decorated. He was just in the military. Stop with this decorated.
Guard. He was an officer. He served in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
He served in Iraq, in Cuba. Mm-hmm. Right?
The standard isn't serving in the military for the Secretary of Defense, though. I'm not saying it means absolutely nothing. And it's not even that you need to have these specific requirements, but just serving in the military should not suffice for y'all to be the Secretary of Defense.
A veteran.
He's got bronze. I think he got medals.
Yeah.
That's why he got the job, not because he works for Fox News.
Where did he graduate from?
He's just saying that the point is his professional career has nothing to do. It doesn't qualify him for being Secretary of Defense. He's saying that he was a fucking news host. Why is he the fucking Secretary of Defense? Bronze Star Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Global War on Terrorism, Expeditionary Medal, Army Service Ribbon. Yeah, so like serving in the military, Hegseth was awarded the Expert Infantryman Badge, making him a de facto recipient of the Master Combat Infantry Badge. Like, Joint Service Commendation Medal. Like, it's like he has a lot of awards within the military. Is any of this in regards to any leadership? Heroism. Yeah, and again, so he's decorated, but decorated in, like, a lot of this is about combat, you know. Every member who served during any war, I guess, probably. Yeah, and again, I'm not trying to say like this is meaningless, but I'm saying it has nothing to do to qualify him as a Secretary of Defense. That's what I'm saying, you know. So it's again, it's not about being in the military. Like, that's just odd that they think that that's enough, just serving in the military, therefore you could be the Secretary of Defense. You work at Ross, that don't mean you need to own your own chain of Rosses because you worked there.
He's a grad from Harvard and Princeton. He has a master's degree in government or something like that.
Government, I just missed that.
Sounds like he's qualified to me. Now, if he didn't have all those accolades and he was just working at Fox News,
wait,
I'd say
what
yeah.
accolade? For reference, the preceding person for the position was Lloyd Austin. He was a commanding general of U.S. forces, Army Chief of Staff. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's had leadership positions within the military. So again, it's not just like military equals Secretary of Defense necessarily. You know, he got graduated from Harvard, ain't nothing slight. I'll give him that too. But you know what I'm saying? Like, these people have been in the military and served in leadership of the military. So I think it's just a different standard that's been set. And of course, it's because he's Trump's guy. Y'all gonna defend it. It's just so fucking weird.
Working at Fox News,
Yeah.
I'll say yeah.
Yeah.
He's not qualified.
Yeah, like me. If I was like on Fox News, because you know I like you, Keith Hodge, I'm gonna make you the Secretary of War. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I'll be blowing those boats up too.
Okay, I'm sorry. They getting too much money to have this poor audio quality. Like, not just I know that's petty, but like, come on, man.
Hit him. Got him. Wait a minute.
Wait, we got some survivors.
Got survivor?
Yep.
Hit him again.
Audio is crazy.
Ooh. He's still alive. He's still alive. Nuke him.
Do they think that's funny?
I mean, if you can do it to terrorists in the Middle East, why can't you do it to terrorists in the Gulf of Mexico?
Because we're not at war with terrorists from Venezuela. We were at war with Al-Qaeda. And there's nothing proven to what these individuals have done.
Or the Caribbean, or wherever these boats are.
So when they say that he's a Fox News host, they're being disingenuous.
I mean, that's what the last thing he did was. He ain't had no political position before that. He was not in politics. He was in the military.
They're liars. Yeah. You lose all credibility when you say Pete Hegseth.
Well, no, it's not credibility. That's what his. Yes, he was in the military. Yes, but that doesn't. I would think in his own resume he would look at being a Fox host as higher than just simply serving in the military, depending on what you talking about. You know what I'm saying?
It's a Fox News host.
Yeah.
He's much more than that, and you know it.
Yeah, if they like hired Gutfield for the job, I'm like, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Gutfield?
But hey, if you ask me,
I mean, to be honest, what's the fucking difference? Like, I'm sorry. Like, what's the difference? If Gutfield was, like, is it his personality? Because if Gutfield served in the military, then became matter of fact, since y'all, this is what's funny. Since they acting like the Fox News host stuff is so irrelevant to him becoming Secretary of Defense, anybody that served in the military is qualified pretty much, right? Like, that's what this comes down to. If you served as an infantryman in the military, then you could be the Secretary of Defense. Because Fox News host is clearly unrelated, right? So basically, y'all's standard is serving in the military means you are you're qualified to be the Secretary of Defense. Got it.
I think Gutfield qualified.
Where did this dude went to where?
He went to Winston-Salem State, where they went to Fashion Institute.
He went to a fashion institute.
Yeah. So
he was in the clothes?
I guess so. He always dressed nice. But for somebody with his credentials, why would you say that he's just a Fox News host?
Because it's unrelated to the position he's in now. And that was the last professional job he had before this. That's why. Serving in the military. I'm not stop reading myself.
TV too.
You just a sports center guy.
But he's not the Secretary of Defense, nor is he in any other political position.
just talk sports.
Yeah, and you're talking about running for president.
No, he's not. Everybody else is saying that. He's never talked about running for president. And while y'all doing all this, Trump is the same person that ran for president and fucking won. So don't act like it ain't possible for Stephen A to run and possibly win. Now, I'm not condoning that whatsoever. Fuck that. But Trump did it. So you finna run yourself into a fucking wall, you idiot.
You went to Winston-Salem State.
Where the fuck did Trump go? Did he even go to college? So Trump did go to college, but it's marred, and I'm not gonna lie, this Wikipedia section seems super petty. It said he participated in Reserve Officer Training Corps at Fordham University. He attended classes in a military uniform every day, but dropped it his second year. Then he said he dropped football after 3 or 4 weeks and was a mediocre squash and tennis player. His Fordham friends introduced him to golf. His junior year, he transferred to Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, most often commuting to his father's office on weekends and graduating in May of 68 with a Bachelor of Science in Economics. It's like, I'm not going to lie, this is a little petty. It seemed like these shots they was taking to him like about his college career, like, yeah, he was a mediocre squash and tennis player. I don't even know what squash is. Growing up, he regarded his father and family pastor, Norman Vincent Peale, as mentors. His father told him repeatedly that he was a king and to be a killer. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of stuff that we could just see manifest in this man just from the type of life he lived. So, I mean, he did graduate through college. And but it say by the time he went to Wharton, where he does not appear in the list of those receiving honors, he was eyeing a career in real estate. So he graduated from college, but, you know, their standard is pretty low for president. So I don't know why they're laughing about Stephen A being able to.
In their fashion is you want to be president, but you have the nerve to say Pete Hegseth is not qualified.
There
for the
you go.
position?
Well, he didn't say he's trying to be the Secretary of Defense. Look, what the fuck is this? Oh, God.
Come on, man.
Give me a break. I don't care what he has to say. Let me get that out the way. As it pertains to Mark Kelly, what I was talking about is military. What I did was get on the phone with family and friends who have served in the military. And I said, we're not civilians. This is not the court of law. You can be implicated for implying something if you are a former military member or you are a present military.
How they saying yep to that, but they ain't saying yep to the fact that they're illegally bombing people in the middle of the Caribbean? How is it a yep to implicating Mark Kelly for what he said, but it's not a yep to randomly bombing boats when we're not in the middle of a war?
Remember, it wasn't what Mark Kelly said. It's the fact that he was a combat Navy pilot who served in the military, who would tell folks, ignore an order when
It's
it
not
could
ignore order.
He did not say
I said
illegal.
illegal. I said
You didn't say illegal. You didn't say it just now, or you didn't say it in that rants video, you fucking liar.
illegal. I'm talking
implied
illegal.
I said illegal. I said illegal. No, you never said that. You didn't say it in the video that they just played, nor just now.
He said you don't have to follow.
Did he just say he implied it?
Yeah,
What was the
I said
implication?
illegal. I said illegal. I'm talking
implied
illegal.
it. All right.
Oh my God, this cape, this cope. Oh my God, he implied it. There was no. Stephen A. just said twice. They said don't follow an order, don't listen to an order. Now you're like, I said illegal. I said illegal. I said he never said illegal. And 3 times, the first video twice right now, he never said illegal. And they catch him, and now he implied it. You don't imply it. He either said it or he didn't. There was no implication. These mean 2 different things.
He said you don't have to follow an unlawful order, and that's
That's understood, though.
They already know that.
Yeah.
They
So what's the problem? What's the problem?
don't need some left-wing partisan hack to tell them that.
Yeah.
And his whole purpose in doing
Talk about partisan.
that was to undermine the president of the United States.
Yes.
That's what he's doing. And y'all sitting here trying to defend that garbage.
And you're defending them bombing boats in the middle of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
that isn't.
And matter of fact, that's after they made that video, which validates them doing it. He did something illegal right after they made the video, and it validates the point.
the military code of conduct.
And I'm saying to you, hold on.
I hate shows like this because we went to a show that's similar to this in Chicago years ago. It was really big in the fitness.
They'll hold up signs and say laugh.
Yeah, it's this thing.
No, them people. First of all, laugh is not the same as applause. Now they do tell them to applaud, but they're not telling them to applaud. I'm certain they're not telling them to applaud over people's talking points. I'm sure they're not. This is a left-leaning audience. Obviously, they're going to agree with Sonny.
It lights up. Applaud. Laugh.
Yeah. It's fake.
Yeah.
This fucking cope.
which I'm aware of.
But it didn't sound like you were aware of that.
Well,
during the
no.
show.
I disagree with you. It
Stephen,
sounded
I
like
disagree, nigga. You was wrong.
Ask you a question.
I had
Mikey,
two governors, by the way,
Well-
text me to tell me I was wrong, and they agree with you.
You are wrong.
I had
Sonny
two
no
senators that reached out to me and said you weren't wrong at all.
well, Mikey Sherrill did say that the reason they felt the need to put that out is they were constantly being approached
Yes.
by people in the military saying we're being put in really uncomfortable situations.
Like what?
That to me is a little more relatable when you're a veteran yourself.
But I'm saying let me say this real quick.
That's
because
how
I
you
think
do it.
that-
Real quick. Or wait till we come back.
All I'm saying is this. If you're a member of the military, I'm looking at the soldiers and saying, don't get yourself in trouble. Let somebody else do it. Don't you do it because it ain't gonna work for you.
But you get
Sorry, that was a list
Okay.
of slap kids. Stephen, when we asked you if you wanted to run for president last time, you said, quote, hell no. So why is your name still being floated around as a contender? And is there anything that could change that to a hell yes?
Well, number one, because I think that I'd probably be a better candidate than most Democrats. That's number one.
Get the fuck out of here. You can't. No. Oh my God, no.
I wouldn't say that.
And why would you say that? You feel like you better than most Democrats, but not no Republicans? Are you saying that because you identify with Democrats, but you think you better than them? Why wouldn't you say that most Republicans? The Republicans running the country right now, and they doing shit job. They're doing a shit job.
About Westmore, I wouldn't say that
I
about
love
Josh
Westmore.
Shapiro.
Good.
I love Westmore. I love Josh Shapiro. Ro Khanna, I'm a fan of. I like him a lot.
Jason Crow, I like
you got to pay attention to Gavin Newsom. He's gaining some
Yes.
traction. I don't think he'll win, but he's gaining traction.
Why not?
Because I think that ultimately they'll look at the state of California,
Yeah,
look
California's a
at
tough
affordability,
sell.
look at homelessness, look at crime, and they'll say, hello, highest cost of living in the country. They'll be like, what? Wait a minute.
Well, it's because, is it higher than New York? Maybe. I don't know. You know, between New York and Cali, I don't know. But regardless, they produce the most. Like California produces so much, and yes, the high cost of living is going to be high there. I mean, now I'm not going to say now shit's high out everywhere for the most part, like relative to whatever the state makes. You know, even here out here in the Chicago area, like is the cost of living is shit. Is like it's bad and it's bad everywhere. It's bad everywhere.
Now. So I think that'll be a problem for him, but he's articulate enough to defend himself, and we'll see what happens
Yeah.
with that. But
That's not his fault.
But as it pertains to me,
Nothing's his
I don't
fault.
have any desire to be a
I
politician.
mean, because California always been expensive.
My life is really, really nice, but
And the difference is it feels worse there, is exacerbated there because they already produce so much as a state. Is just ballooning it even more when the whole country is dealing with the same problem. So it's exacerbated in places like California and New York.
in
Yeah.
the same breath, I see what I saw prior to the election. If you're going to come to me and tell me that's our alternative, what was going on before the election, and you're saying, yo, Stephen A., you could be on the debate stage with these politicians and you get an opportunity
mean
to call
Kamala?
them
Are you
out,
referring to
I would
Kamala?
love it. I'm referring to all of them. Everybody.
Fuck out of here.
Nobody's
She
getting
was
a
the
pass from the
candidate.
Democratic Party. Well, again, she was the candidate, but we know what happened. I thought she was set up to fail by the Democratic Party personally because you bypassed the primary. You knew that.
Oh God, no! That's not the reason she was set up to fail. She was set up to fail because of fucking Joe Biden. It's not that that primary shit is stupid. I'm so tired of this primary argument. That would not have fixed anything. All it would have did is gave whoever won it, which probably still would have been Kamala, whoever would have won it would have had even less days to campaign than 107 she had. So this primary shit wasn't going to change shit.
She was set up to fail. Her and the entire Democrat Party was set up to fail with y'all's policies. And
Well, that's not true because nobody really gave a fuck about policy when they voted because they voted for Trump, who said tariffs, and they thought that other countries paid them. So miss me with this.
ideology and how y'all ran this country in the ground for like the last 4 years.
How? When Biden left, the country was in the best state it's been in records. Trump likes to claim it now. The stock market, GDP, job growth, everything was great when Biden left. And what happened? He flipped all of that on his head.
Yeah, and besides,
Like, this people are so ignorant to real life. And again, we know that people was complaining about how they feel, and it's not to say that that's not valid. But if we're going off the raw numbers of the macroeconomics, we were good. And that's all you can really say. But people individually feeling away, like you still got people right now calling into some of these left-leaning debate shows like, I'm in a great position. Everything's great. Gas is 107 where I'm living. No one ain't lying. But then, it's people out here like losing jobs left and right, losing their EBT, losing they fucking medical benefits. You know what I'm saying? Rent's going up places. It's just food is expensive. So these anecdotes, you could take them into consideration, but don't sit here and act like because y'all just say it was bad the last 4 years, and even though 2 of them years we had to recover from COVID, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even if that's the case, it wasn't just 100% Joe Biden's fault. It's just ridiculous.
So you think you can be on the stage with those other Democrats? You don't have a snowball's chance in hell because you're too moderate.
Yeah.
You're not far left enough.
Yeah.
You can't.
What was
That
this
party is not
reality
liberal
check?
anymore. It's progressive. If you're a true liberal, and if you follow that ideology and you think you're a true liberal, you'll be voting for a Republican because we're way more liberal. Way more liberal than us.
No, the left is progressive.
Yeah, the left is nuts.
I didn't see any reality check from that. That just seemed like a cope session. Like calling out what Mark Kelly did is possibly implicating him to something illegal, but not calling out bombing boats when we're not in a fucking war. And even if we were in a war, that's the thing. They didn't acknowledge the fact that if we're in a war, that is against the Department of Defense code. It's against it, period. So whatever. I knew it was going to be a cope session, and it was even worse than I thought, to be honest. But if you made it to this point in the video, man, make sure you leave a like, comment, sub. If not one, then all three. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.